What's that?
What was that? Who was that guy? Let's slap the reporter. What was his name? We watched that Dark Side of the Ring. You watched it too.
Names aren't important. What you're trying to get to here is you're living the gimmick?
Mm-hmm.
What gimmick is that?
I'm gonna eat my crackers.
So you have a cracker gimmick now.
I mean, I could.
You got a whole bag of gimmicks is what you got. You got the shirt popping gimmick.
I'm almost like Jericho. I can reinvent myself. Don't be jealous. What?
You know what, Mel?
So you're flabbergasted.
I'm just happy to be in your presence again on Slow Burn number 145? 45.
This is our first
Show back at Sandpit.
first show back at Sandpit.
It was supposed to be last week before All In.
No, double or nothing. But we're not here to point out inaccuracies.
What? The double or nothing then what?
Double or nothing.
Okay, but what happened? This
I don't
wasn't
want to
my
talk
fault.
about it. I hadn't eaten. I think I might be a diabetic now. I don't know. No, it was scary. I had to WebMD that shit. I got pale. I got hot.
Hot sweats.
I got fainty. I thought I had to take a shit, but it was just gas.
It was a quick one.
It was scary, though. Okay? So I don't want to talk about it anymore. Please respect my privacy on this matter.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm glad you're okay. You look a lot better. You're not as pale.
Thank you. What?
Cookie Monster. Cracker Monster. So how you been, Mel? Besides that whole thing.
Good. Pretty good.
I wasn't sure you were going to pull through there for a second.
No, I didn't know.
You did not puke.
No.
That's like a deciding factor right there. 'Cause I really thought you were gonna.
I thought I was gonna Earl there for a little bit too, but I never did. Upchuck never came. Didn't come. I just didn't come. Didn't manifest. It was all right.
Does it happen a lot?
No.
Does it manifest?
Sometimes. Manifest destiny. No, I mean providence.
How many crackers do you think you can eat this podcast?
I don't know. I'm getting kind of full on them.
How many can you put in your mouth at one time?
I don't want to do that, though, because that makes a mess.
Have you seen yourself? You had cheese stuck on your stomach like not 15 minutes ago.
Living the gimmick, bud.
Or the gimmick. Yeah, but like, do you remember?
Sometimes those are the best gimmicks.
I don't know, man. I saw Honky Tonk Man like 2 or 3 years ago in Orlando, and he didn't look too swell. Just saying. He was parking his like beat up ass minivan, bitching about validating parking.
Fucking validating parking, man. That is a conundrum.
Conundrum? You need to validate parking. If I'm parking and I'm using your business, you better stamp that damn ticket. So I get that whatever the fuck off. Why is that, though?
That they validate parking?
Like, how come? Yeah, like, okay, so I'm shopping here. What the fuck does it matter? What if I just want to park here?
Because they probably have to pay.
You gotta pay a premium?
Pay for the security lot and pay for, like,
so those
tows.
Those businesses are paying in for people to park there at a cheaper rate or some shit?
Yeah, like it's part of their
It's a Ponzi scheme, isn't it?
I don't know. Man.
It sounds fuckery.
I'm not in the real estate world.
Is it? What? That's more like a parking lot infrastructure thing than real estate.
Yeah, it's part of real estate, bro.
It is?
You never play like a city building game?
What?
Like Sim City?
You brought a city building game up last week. I forget for what reason, but what's the deal with the city building games? Are you playing them? Why'd you look over that way?
The Dota 2 Battle Pass came out, and that's what I've been playing.
Is there like a city builder in that? Do you build?
No. That's what I've been playing, dog. All right.
I'm on to you.
I've been reading a little here and there, not as much. I still didn't go get new comics this week. I know you did.
I wasn't gonna call you out.
I still haven't done it.
I think you're manifesting the destiny a little prematurely.
Yeah, I peaked. Fucking peaked, bro.
Our country's on fire.
Oh, I didn't know if you were going to bring it up.
But why the fuck not? It's important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About damn time. Remember when all those people said, I'm going to vote for Trump because he's going to be the chaos we need to rebuild? Well, this is the chaos.
People said that?
Mm-hmm. They're all like, I just want to, I'd rather watch chaos than have Hillary. Well, there you go. We're watching it. This is what you wanted.
So you're blaming this on Trump and not...
No, but a lot of it is the decisions, and he's the face of the country to, whether we like it or not, to many people. And when you tweet things about, like, shooting civilians and cracking down on people. I mean, I watched that original video that started all of this, and it made me fucking sick watching it. It made me want to, like, charge, somebody, get them off. Like,
punch cops.
Yeah, it makes you mad to watch that happen.
And then, like, you, like, feel like, well, what if I was there? What could I have done? Because...
Yeah, you feel powerless. So it really is like an uprising, because it's been this way for how long have we heard about,
As long as I can remember.
Neither one of us are black, but we have black friends. We've heard the experiences, You grew up in Baltimore. You've seen
a lot
of the overuse of authority in the situations,
And I mean...
And so what point, it's always been a powder keg for years. It's just how shit happens.
I just think it's a good thing that everything's on. There's video of everything.
Yeah, no, and that's another thing, A lot of this is happening now because people used to feel marginalized and away and alone in their experiences, that they couldn't share a lot of it, And now with the use of social media and everybody's got a camera on them now, a lot of it's being documented, even the internet, just getting stories out there, Like a couple years ago, it happened with women talking about sexual assault and just sexual assault in general, how it's not as much of a, like, unspoken thing now.
Yeah, growing up in the late 80s, early 90s, it was weird. Like, it was weird times with shit that could get through. Like, I remember people could just slap a girl on the ass. Mm-hmm. And it was A-okay, like a waitress or some shit.
Well,
like,
it wasn't legit. Okay, but nobody said.
Well, yeah, nobody would say anything. And, like, living right now, that just seems, like, so weird.
And that, like, made me really... That whole thing really made me look at what kind of actual prejudices I had and what kind of, break down how I viewed women and how, like, as a male growing up, we're taught to view that shit and what is actually acceptable, and to factor all that in and a lot more now, because grew up in the 90s, you knew there was racism, there's all this, but I always had the thought that it was getting better somewhat, and I think it is getting better with the younger generations, I think.
But it has definitely stalled.
Yeah, and there's been a stall at some point, it feels like, And maybe it's just that there are more experiences being shared and opened up about where they wasn't talked about as much openly,
It's... I hope there's change. But
there has to be change. That's the thing.
It doesn't come overnight.
And it's just, which way are we going to go from this? Because you can never go backwards. You can never. That's why all this talk about making America what it was at one point, that's not a thing. We need to make it a better thing. We can never go back to the old times. It's different times, and we need to upgrade and go with them,
We don't live there no more.
Yeah.
We got to move forward.
And we need to figure out a new way to deal with all this shit. There is a lot of systemic racism involved in our society.
We're only on what? This is going to be the fourth night of, we'll say, rioting, civil unrest across the nation.
Across the nation.
Last night it was pretty big deal here by us in Tampa.
I don't know if it was as big of a deal. I mean, a
gas station was lit on fire. There were several businesses looted. I mean, I don't give a fuck about that. Loot all the businesses you want, but
I mean, businesses are insured. Just don't. It's just civil unrest. It's like, what do you do? This is anger that's been built up forever, and to feel like you have no outlet for it, because to say, oh, they arrested him, everything's going to be okay.
Nope.
But then you see things.
Shit.
You see things like George Zimmerman wasn't a cop, but he definitely got off for what he did.
He was.
You know, and then there was that one cop that did get off for shooting the guy.
Well,
after going to trial and everything.
I mean, you and I have talked about it. A cop's going to get killed.
I do think, and that's
going to be a turning point in all of this.
All of it. It'll become. It's kind of scary because it could turn into something crazy. You know, you never know what happens.
As if it's crazy enough. They almost had
the whole year's been crazy.
Yesterday or the day before, they were almost inside of the CNN building. Like, could you imagine? Like, let's take over the goddamn station.
Just cut the feed.
What do you do then? Yeah, I mean, they cut the feed, but
I don't know, man.
Did you watch Killer Mike's?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I definitely. You can see the anger he has because
all the time wearing a "Kill Your Masters" shirt or something along those lines.
He's got a point though,
Kill
like.
All masters.
But Atlanta is,
He's got a lot of money invested in Atlanta.
Yeah, a lot of them do.
But
but that's the thing. That's what he was saying. There's so many black-owned businesses there. There's so much.
So you're telling them not to be frustrated
No, you can have frustrations, but don't Now, there's a difference between a mom and pop store that somebody who lives in the community has worked hard to build up to, and a fucking McDonald's. Even if
totally.
because there could be franchisees, but still,
still a McDonald's.
It's a corporate image, because really a lot of this country, personal opinion here, but a lot of the country has been stripped away of individual rights over corporate rights and over corporate, pandering to politicians.
Well, yeah, that's another thing. Like, bail all these companies out if they need it.
Yeah,
okay,
and that's nobody talks about that kind of looting. They're talking about somebody going in and stealing
looters.
fucking Legos from a Target, but they're not talking about a fucking corporation like Amazon not paying anything in federal taxes. And actually getting tax money back.
Yes. And then also going to become the first, $1 trillion company?
Yeah, and or these senators that get insider information and then sell all their stocks off. Like, that's looting too. How is that not looting from the taxpayers? And how is that not affecting more people?
It's so well, I mean, it's been like that forever, though.
Then
forever.
And they draw all the attention to this looting, because that's what's sensationalized. The fires, that's what gets talked about. But there's all kinds of... If you look for the helpers, there's going to be the helpers. You can find the good will in people.
I mean, there's also a lot of people saying that these fires and stuff were started these peaceful protests that became violent were agent provocateurs or
that's another thing with the internet now is that a lot of that stuff travels more. Information is more widely shared,
which means you need to
so what do you question? That's the thing.
Take a second on everything. I believe make sure you get it from more than one source that's actually a thing,
Oh, yeah.
Because some people will just listen to one thing that some random motherfucker says.
On the internet. I did my research on YouTube.
Right. I went down this YouTube hole that was curated especially for me because of one search I did, and this is what I think now.
Yeah, I watched all these people that are going off like this one person's opinion of the matter.
Right.
Without actually fleshing things out and saying, oh, no, this is the truth here.
Seek different angles. Come up with your own conclusions.
And challenge your own views on things.
Oh,
Say, maybe I'm not right, and I think a lot of people can't do that, because it sucks to go, I'm wrong here. And I think that's what a big part of what happened with that poor man being killed by that cop, is that cop was in a power trip and didn't want to admit that he was weak and wrong in that moment and say, oh shit, I got to get off this guy's neck. Somebody else take over here, And it was like the people talking to him, he was just getting egged on. Those people like, oh yeah, motherfucker, watch me flex more.
Yeah. Smile. Put your hand in his pocket.
That whole video was just sick, so I can see why it would have this.
And then to find out that like next day that there were like 2 other cops on him.
Yeah. Holding down his legs, and why do you need that many people on him?
For somebody that did what? Passed a fake $20 bill? Or
yeah, they said he may have had counterfeit bills. May have.
Ooh. I've had counterfeit money given to me before from like a store.
And we've just seen examples of this same shit happen, and nothing changes. That's why we're in the situation we are, because nothing has changed any of the hundreds of other times before this. Probably thousands.
And isn't there a lot less paperwork on, oh shit, the counterfeiter got away, than, hey, we just killed this guy?
What do you think that guy's thinking now? Like, that could have just been a simple arrest, and now, like, the whole country's on fire. During a plague. Not a plague, but a pandemic.
Oh, yeah, we're not social distance anymore. Well, dude.
How
down
do you?
Here, they've got rid of social distancing on the beach. Did you hear the commercials on the radio? Like, oh, the beaches are open. You'll see less cops out there doing patrols.
Less restrictions.
We've done away with social distancing, but are still recommending it.
Nobody's gonna. I know a lot of restaurants. When I went up to Clearwater yesterday, I went by this restaurant that was fucking packed. Every spot full.
I've seen some packed restaurants.
Yeah. I'm still ordering out and staying home and just going to work, going out to grocery shop when I have to, but.
The little slap in the face at work was a little. Did you see that?
The what?
They passed out the, hey, keep wearing your mask kind of thing. That kind of stung. But I get it.
Well, a lot of people aren't either. They're walking around or they're walking around with it half on.
I mean, I'm to the point where I don't really care, but I'm going to wear mine.
Yeah, I'll wear mine until we don't have to. At this point, it's what the company wants, The way I see it...
Well, I mean, like, out and about, too, though.
Oh, yeah, I don't wear mine.
Really?
Huh.
It's bold.
If a place requires me to, I will.
Well, what do they all recommend you do?
Yeah.
Fuck that?
Not fuck that, but... I don't know.
So,
For me, it's more of like... some kind of like ingrained machismo thing, I think, where it's like...
Not wearing it?
I feel weird wearing a mask in public, you know?
Really?
Yeah.
I like the anonymity of it.
Like, if I guess I need to just get a different mask, because...
You don't like Sub-Zero?
Yeah, and it's just like the whole, like... I just associate masks like that with, like, people that have guns, you know? And I don't know why. It's just it's a weird thing. I
can kind of see that, like, on the website, they do kind of look like that. But, like...
Yeah. And just, like, it's weird, the, like, whole mask thing, like... I don't know. So you're wearing it when you're in Publix and stuff?
I try. Like, definitely when I'm, like, in Publix and Walmart and shit, but, like, if I'm just grabbing, like, a soda real quick, I probably don't. Which is stupid.
Oh, yeah, you gotta wear it in Walmart.
Yes. Walmart is... I mean, I don't know. Walmart's been pretty chill.
I honestly think I've probably already had it, and hopefully I don't get it
then
again.
Go get tested. It's free. Go get tested. Find out if you have the antibodies.
Yeah, I'm too lazy.
It's like it's a sex test.
It would require effort on my part to go somewhere and have them... What do they, draw blood?
I don't know. It's free. Who cares?
Have you done it?
I'm not doing it.
All right, then.
Because I'm not over here saying, I think I already had it. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, I mean,
I just want to take the proper precautions no matter what.
We got real sick there, but I also
Yeah,
feel like a lot of the
really
people
sick.
that are saying it's fake or whatnot, maybe if I have it and they get sick, it's not such a bad thing.
Here you go, old feller.
A lot of the
So are we going to see a spike in it in a couple of weeks now? With all
that'll
these
be
protests?
interesting. It'll be interesting. As a statistical
like 2
guy, I
weeks.
want to see.
2 weeks from today, we need to
I can't wait to see the end of this year and just watch a graph of all the crazy shit that happens.
I think 2 weeks from today we can say
They said
it's
there was
over if there's not a
earthquakes
spike.
happening near Mount St. Helens or something.
What?
Yeah.
Well, that's always fun.
So hopefully, there's some kind of
Dude.
volcanic eruption.
We
There's-
get some clouds from a
we're
volcano.
gonna get some kind of hurricane shit going on this year
Oh,
too.
yeah. Killer bee hurricane.
That's something I'm not looking forward to.
Are you mad that the killer bees aren't a thing anymore?
No.
You aren't. No, murder hornets or whatever they were. The hornets.
Yeah, no. I'm not. I don't.
You didn't
It
want
still
to tie
could be
a
a
string to
shit.
one
No.
and fly it around like a pet?
No. I have Lola for that.
She can't fly.
She can.
I mean, you did give her some mushrooms earlier, so she might be flying.
No.
Wrong kind of mushrooms.
Would never give the dog that kind of mushrooms. Too expensive.
So all of that happened. The president got pissed off on Twitter,
Yeah,
and then signed some
Isn't that something? This whole time he hasn't really done any executive orders about the whole fucking pandemic or protective equipment or any of that. But once he gets his feelings hurt on Twitter because they say you might want to fact check this shit he's saying because a lot of people take what he's saying, as we were talking about with YouTube, as literal word.
gospel.
Yeah. As, oh, this man is the president. He's looked at this.
Yeah.
He has advisors. He knows what he's talking about
So-
instead of spouting an opinion.
The Orange Karen got his feelings hurt and wrote an executive order saying that.
That pretty much does nothing.
Well, he doesn't have the authority to do that, does he?
And that's just
private
another
fucking
pomp and
business.
circumstance for the man to distract people from other shit that's going on.
Yeah.
They also call this tweet too graphic in that
Oh, yeah.
people could
Well,
see
they
it.
called him out
And-
again, though,
and
too.
inciting violence is what they said. Yeah.
They called him out again after he did that, and he did incite. He said the same shit that some KKK motherfucking sheriff said.
Yeah.
When
When
you
they start
looting, we start shooting.
Yeah, and talk about giving his cops shotguns and shit to shoot
Yeah.
people.
Okay, I see where you stand there, Orangey.
Again, another example that materials and businesses are worth more than the actual people's lives.
Some very good people.
Good people on both sides.
Oh, and we put 2 motherfuckers in space for the first time in 10 years.
Yeah. Was that a private? Was that the SpaceX, the private
Yeah.
one? So that wasn't even NASA.
Well, I mean, it was through NASA.
Was it a joint operation?
I believe so, but I mean, Elon took all that on him.
Yeah. If he said he was gonna commit seppuku if they died up there.
He probably would have, man. I can see him doing that. He would get so fucked up about it.
He's a very intense individual, I've heard.
Intense or autistic?
Is there a difference sometimes?
Touche.
The Venn diagram kind of overlaps on that one.
Touche. So, yeah. Putting people in space again.
Yeah.
Should we be excited?
Yeah, bro, they're in space.
Yeah, they're not here while everything's burning.
Are you just jealous?
A little bit. Not really. I like chaos.
Yeah, you never saw that movie Gravity
Actually, no.
with Selma Hayek?
You mean Sigourney Weaver?
No, Selma Blair. Sorry.
Ooh, Selma Blair. Cracker ass cracker.
What?
So, I mean, that's pretty much what's happening in the world, I guess.
Yeah, the world. We talked about that.
What's happening with you? It's been 2 weeks.
Playing Dota. That's it. Working.
Working, playing Dota. I don't know. You've been tilling the land.
Oh, yeah. Working at home and at work. Doing a lot of yard work here. Got myself a new chainsaw.
Stop doing that.
Been raking up a lot. Got myself a new lopper to prune all the
He's playing with his
trees. Hey, some things are just for you, Rob.
Hey, this there's no Skype on this one, so
exactly.
I gotta tell these people what they're missing, because you didn't get like this on Skype, which is what I'm kind of missing, and you're over here playing with your damn nipple.
The Skype just doesn't work well sometimes. You know, well, once we get the live streaming room set up, we'll have a live stream go on.
A bubble pit.
People can see some things, not everything, because we've got private matters to attend to. There's a 6-foot privacy fence sometimes for a reason, okay?
You're gonna get a 6-foot bump? Nice. You're not gonna install a 6-foot privacy fence, are you? You don't got permits for that.
No, we don't.
You said you're gonna install a fence.
Yeah. Privacy fence.
Man, they're gonna narc on you.
Who?
Your hood. You're gonna get a permit for that. Where's the permit?
Nobody's gonna do that here.
You sure?
Maybe if they come reassess afterwards.
Oh, that's been there.
But the neighbor next door wants a new one. I guess I didn't know this, but the fence is being held up by a dog crate on her side of the fence. I didn't know these things until she told me. Yeah.
That's classy.
She's like, yeah, one day the post there just fell over, broke, and nobody was living there, or they didn't care. And
there was a lot of not caring.
yeah. Well, before I moved in here, I don't think they had gone in the backyard in probably 3 years or so.
That's weird.
If not more longer.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Is that like some, what do they call that?
Autistic?
I mean, it could be that. Who's to say it isn't the same? Or whatever the fuck you said. No, it's like that, they make TV shows about it.
Hoarding?
Something like that, yeah.
I guess. I don't know. It's just not caring. They let it go to shit, bro.
Let it go to shit, bruh.
Bruh.
Whoa, shit.
What? We want to talk about Double or Nothing?
Do you want to talk about comic books first? Remember there's like an order we usually follow?
Yeah, I said I already talked about my comic books. I didn't get any new ones.
It's been like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Isn't it just nice to be back in the comic book shop?
Yeah.
Walking around, smelling the paper?
I'm smelling it. I went in there and picked up a couple trade paperbacks.
What did you get?
Once and Future and Sea of Stars. Still didn't finish Sea of Stars. But, you know.
The Dollhouse Family finally wrapped up.
Oh, yeah?
And as a finish, it was pretty good.
You enjoyed the
ending.
contained story?
Yeah, not necessarily the whole thing, but the ending was pretty good. I'd say buy it used. Trade paperback.
Buy it used trade paperback.
Yeah.
That's Rob's rating.
Yeah, certified. You're missing out on a King of Nowhere? Bro.
I need to get that. I know. That's the only one that I've
Is that
really
in your
been...
box at least?
Huh?
Is that in the box at least?
I think so, yeah.
I better hope. Mercy #2. Did you read? You read 1, right?
Yeah.
#2 is so good. It gets
You
so
just
much
have a
better.
crush on her, though.
On who?
The artist, writer.
Oh, yeah, I forgot all about that being her. No, not necessarily. She's a good artist writer though.
Not necessarily.
Like she's, Italian or something. It's nice. Yeah, other than that, you really haven't missed much. It's been slow start having comic books back in your life.
Yeah, Marvel starts I'm sure next week's gonna be a pump out of a bunch.
A pump out.
Pump it out.
Are you ready to pump it out?
Pump it out. So I'll probably have to wait till the weekend to go pick up everything.
You broke pimp.
I've been spending a lot of money on the house.
You have. Them trash bags can't be cheap for all that fucking shit you've been hauling out.
Yeah, you saw it back there.
Bags on bags on bags. And still got bags
We've
on
gone
bags
through
to go.
probably at least 40 or 50 bags so far.
Woo. Who picks that up? The city?
Trash company?
I mean, the city?
No. We have to pay for private here.
Independent contractor, trash contractors.
I have to see how much it'll be to get a bunch of them.
What? Well, you got like a 3-bag limit?
Yeah, we got a limit on how much we can put out.
What?
Or else I'd just stack them all out there.
That's ridiculous. I watched Uncut Gems.
It didn't make you
Classic.
sick, you said.
Well, everybody was like, it's going to make you so, like, riddled with anxiety and blah, 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 blah. And
And you
so
didn't
anxious. And, like, the whole time I'm just like, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Maybe it's because you knew about it going in, so you were prepared.
I don't know. No, it's just like, it doesn't seem that far-fetched to me what he does. Like, I guess I just know scumbaggy people that would do the same thing.
Yeah.
You gotta watch that, though. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Especially for Adam Sandler.
We watched yesterday.
Oh, time out. I meant to do this while we were reading comic books. Hey, Gideon Falls. How is it?
It's good. I like it.
Yeah, see?
Gideon Falls. Yep.
Told her, and we just had to lie to her to get her to read it.
Halfway through. It's not 15-minute read, but
Can't stop.
Yeah.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Gideon Falls.
Gideon
Check it
Falls.
out.
Yeah, I'm getting her into video games and comic books.
Oh, yeah, you ruined her RPG save.
I didn't.
Too, like
She
an
just
asshole.
didn't know to save. She learned the RPG
She
lesson.
asked you how to save.
And I didn't remember. I assumed it
And
saved.
you giggled and killed her.
No, I finished the fight for her, and then she just quit after the fight.
because I thought
Are you
he
in...
saved.
What?
Because I thought he saved it.
Because she thought you saved it.
I left it at the victory screen.
And you saw no, like, autosave things or anything?
I thought she had an autosave before that, like before it went in through a door or something like that. I thought it had been autosaved.
You're a horrible person.
I'm not horrible. I just didn't know.
Horrible.
I thought she would have read the tutorial on it.
Okay, yeah.
And she doesn't read
I hear
tutorials.
she doesn't read those, yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't. She just clicks right through. She says, "I'll learn by playing," and then once it gets, she was playing this game, Cat Quest. Okay, the in the name of the title is quest.
You gotta go look for some stuff, right?
You gotta go do quests on these quest boards. She was like level 10 or 13 before she figured out, like, she's like, why is this so hard? Why? And I showed her, I'm like, are you doing the quests? That's how you get a lot of levels and, like, level up quick and shit. And she's like, I did not know about this. Even there's a whole quest line about, like, getting quest from the quest board.
I'm sorry.
Cat
that,
Quest?
that you have to do in the beginning in Cat Quest. It's a good RPG. I'd recommend it. Goes on
wait.
sale.
So you're playing these games, but you're not playing them for the story? How do you enjoy them? You're just there to, like, jump and bop on shit and kill it?
No, I read it afterwards, but I didn't know that I had to go to the board to get the quest. I thought that they were just...
But yeah,
She was just following the main quest,
But
like,
she's-
the whole time, but wasn't doing
Going
side
to
quests.
the caves and doing the quests in there, but I didn't realize you had to go to the board and do, like, side quests.
She was just going into caves and, like, clearing mobs and...
How old are you? You know how to read, right? You've read half of Gideon Falls,
I
right?
skipped that part.
Told you.
So, okay, you'll read a comic book, but you won't read a video game. I'm with you. Go back to Gideon Falls. I got you.
I'll read it more if we play on the TV because it's bigger.
And we're going to play on the TV because I picked up Cat Quest 2 because it has local multiplier. Local multiplayer. So we can play on the TV. One of you plays as a dog and one of you plays as a cat.
What? There's
And
a
the second
dog?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
They're best friends.
That's a lie, but...
It's positively awesome.
Shut up.
Positively.
So anyway, more shit I watched this week. History 101 on Netflix. It's worth a watch.
Yeah.
It's got a bunch of different little topics you can, like, learn about.
Okay.
That was pretty good. Check that out. I forget offhand what, like, a good one was. Oh, AIDS was pretty good. Learn about AIDS and how you can live with AIDS now. And you couldn't back in the 80s. Scary. And there's a psychedelic movie. Oh, dude.
We watched the psychedelic
You
one.
watched that one? Or Sting was eating peyote and had to, like, help the cow be born?
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Or where, what's his name from Beastie Boys is driving across.
I didn't know he was married to that girl from that Riot Girl band.
Oh, she's in that band? I didn't know what band she was in.
Yeah. Bikini Kill.
Mm.
Didn't know that. Anyway. Yeah, more people more like notable people like that should be coming out about doing things like that to make it more acceptable.
Oh, yeah.
Shit's like good treatment for stuff.
Depression, for sure.
For sure. It'll make you love a motherfucker.
Any kind of mental...
Not any kind.
In a therapy setting, I think.
Yeah, depends on where your grip is. On reality.
Get them on that, the one schizophrenia. Give them some LSD.
You're going to break a motherfucker that way, even more so, Mel.
No.
Some of them. Also, if you want to feel dirty about life in general, watch the Epstein thing on Netflix.
No, I don't. I'd rather not.
4 parts of you just feeling like, wow, they really dropped the ball on this motherfucker for years now.
Well, lots of people made money with him, and lots of powerful people were probably part of it, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that's why, again, it's all this stuff's coming out.
Why is it always gotta be kids, though? Like, young-ass, like, illegal. Why can't you just fuck an 18-year-old? Why's it gotta be a 15, 16, 17-year-old?
It's the power.
It's disgusting. And he would always start with, can you massage my feet and legs? That was like his thing.
Touching feet?
Trying to get these girls to become massage therapists on his island. But, like, there's, like, they go through years of it on this doc. And it just... Bleh. It shows, like, depositions from him from, like...
But he didn't kill himself.
He did not kill himself.
Or if he did, it was, like, looked away so he could. Right? It was like, okay.
It's pretty hard to kill yourself. Like, I mean, the bed that he had was about as high as your couch. And
do they go into that?
Broke his neck. No, they don't go into any of the new stuff. It's just old stuff. From, like, 2016 and past. It's gross.
It makes you feel gross? Like watching that video of that police killing that man?
No, that made me feel even more gross. I don't know. It's a different kind of gross.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a gross that makes you want to punch somebody, and then there's a gross that makes you want to throw up. The Epstein is the gross that makes you want to throw up.
And you kept watching it, huh?
4 episodes of it. Well, it was kind of background for some of it. He fucked a lot of people up. Like, they had like a flow chart of potential victims. And it was basically like a pyramid scheme where, like, you tell 2 people to come, and then they'll tell 2 people to come, and ugh. So yeah, that. You watch anything cool?
Watched yesterday that movie about the Beatles, the guy that they, like, everywhere in the world loses power and they forget about the Beatles.
Is that how that's set up? Like, the world loses power?
It's like everything just goes black for like a few seconds, and this guy gets hit by a bus.
Oh, so it's like the Men in Black Mind Eraser.
Kind of. But only certain things, like what wasn't remembered. Nobody remembered. A few people remembered the Beatles. There are people that remembered, but it's just a couple.
Are they like crazy people?
You think they're crazy, but no.
Huh.
And then, like, John Lennon's still alive. Like, a 78-year-old John Lennon shows up.
Like, as
it's like an alternate universe kind of thing.
Yeah, no, the movie seems interesting. I forget what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
It was all right. Did we watch anything else? No, I watched Double or Nothing last week.
I watched it with you.
And it was banging.
After your incident. And yeah, it was pretty...
It was pretty banging.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
All of it, yeah.
No audience... Well, I mean, audience, but not like a...
At least they weren't behind
audience.
Plexiglass.
Oh my god, that looked like cattle. That was sad. Like, that was like... The last time I watched was the first time they had that product. The WWE product.
They just feel like...
I don't know.
Watching that feels like it's a non-stop commercial that's telling me the pandemic's okay, and we're in it together.
It was like a hockey game, but
No, yeah, without
wrestling.
yeah,
Weird. It's like when I go to Circle K and there's like,
yeah.
why are you doing this for your safety?
But yeah, Double or Nothing, man. That ladder match was banging. I enjoyed a lot of the spots from that.
You
They pushed
called
a lot
too, by the way, that
Yeah, Brian Cage.
Brian Cage would be the mystery.
Which I'm down for after watching the promo Taz cut. Him versus Moxley. I don't think it's just nice to see different people having matches together, you know?
We have a new women's champion.
Yeah. Hikaru
Shida!
Shida.
I saw some of her modeling pictures last week. It's a cute little thing.
I knew you were going to bring that up. You're a pervert.
Prevert?
Would Brian send those to you?
Maybe.
You guys are both perverts.
Maybe. We like little Asian girls, I'm sorry. Cody defeated Lance Archer for the unfinished TNA...
Yeah. And
What is
the
it called?
belt maker said that he couldn't get it finished because the people that do his finishing or whatever
the Rona.
are working on personal protective equipment only right
That
now.
belt looked like shit.
Eh.
It's still gonna look like shit with gold.
No, I think it's all right. I like it. It's got the Turner House.
The Turner House. The Turner House.
I mean, it's a TNT belt. It's a fucking television belt. What do you... It doesn't look
The
horrible.
television belt used to be respected worldwide.
How does that look any worse than the fucking, like, tag titles that WWE has, you know?
Different company, Mel.
I know that, but...
The other company doesn't exist in this universe. Moxley beat Brody Lee.
Which was a good match, too. And
Yeah.
I don't... There were people saying, oh, Brody Lee looks so weak in that finish. Or no, they were pissed off that they made the Paradigm Shift look weak. And I'm like, no. I don't feel like the Paradigm Shift looked any weaker. I think it's still as strong. It
Didn't
just
he
made
take it,
Brody
like-
Lee look a lot stronger, you know?
What, 2 or 3 times?
Yeah. One through the steps.
Right,
And then
yeah.
2 in the ring. And then he still kicked out of it, and he had to, like, pass out, which I like the passing out instead of tapping out or getting pinned.
Why don't they do the 3 anymore? The, like, raise your hand 3 times. and
Because
drop.
we know more about it. Kayfabe's gone.
Still cool, though. I always liked it that way.
It's the nice
But, like,
little
okay.
spot.
Oh, I guess I see what you're saying is, like, it's always going to end with that.
Yeah.
True. The whole Hulk up or whatever the hell you
Yeah, he ruined it.
And then we had Jim Cornette's favorite match ever.
Oh, the Stadium Stampede, which was fucking fantastic.
I loved it.
I loved all of it. Now, going back and watching it the second time and thinking about the criticism people had about the drowning part, I understand it. I think they could have probably done the rejuvenation waters differently, like getting backdropped into it and getting back out, or
But yeah,
something like that.
kinda,
The
like,
whole
floating there.
and the
for,
whole like forcing the head down. I think it was executed a little insensitively.
bad taste for the moment.
Yeah, definitely for like not even a week old. Yeah,
R.I.P. Shad Gaspar.
yeah. So I understand the criticism with that. I still liked the spot, like the thought of it and everything. When I first watched it, I didn't put that together, you know.
I did. It was weird, but
But it's wrestling.
it wasn't the intention at
No.
all.
And you could tell it wasn't the intention. But still, like they say, oh, let's drown him and shit. And
And I like the whole like Hardy's coming up with all these old characters.
yeah, all the
Like,
different
even
gimmicks.
the ones that he was in.
Yeah. Well, he even wrestled as him on that Dynamite that week too.
Yeah, the last week.
Yeah.
He was like, that was like his first ever gimmick.
Which in the FTR showed up, which was we talked about how it was kind of silly they showed up in the same.
way Cody did the
Yeah.
week before.
I mean, and how much of this
But
is
it
like
looked better though.
how much of it definitely looked better the second time. How much of this is you would have done it differently if there weren't the whole pandemic going on.
How much of a pop would that have got if there were fans? Oh, my God.
Huge pop, yeah.
Because I wasn't expecting that week.
No.
No one was.
No, not there. Not on just a Dynamite.
FTR,
And
fuck the rest.
Are they going to be in a Four Horsemen gimmick, you think?
Huh? With who?
Maybe Cody?
Cody's elite, bro.
Huh?
They're going to hear what he said about him.
What'd he say?
Fuck the Revival.
Oh, yeah, he did say that. I don't know, man. I smell a Cody heel turn coming.
So who's your fourth man? Who's the fourth man, man?
Hey, maybe Sean Spears.
It's the Stinger! I had a boner.
Huh?
Right there, when you said that. I kind of got a boner when you said that.
I don't know, though. We'll see.
Huh.
Does Colt Cabana join the Dark Order?
No.
We're definitely going to get a nice match between him and Brody Lee, I think, though.
Colt?
Boom Boom. Cabana.
No, whoop whoop.
We saw him wrestle live.
And
St. Pete
Yano.
Coliseum.
And Yano.
And Yano.
So, AEW trucking along swimmingly.
Great. Man, that Stadium Stampede match was so fantastic. The whole thing, being chased down with the horse, the golf cart again, the 100-yard Northern Light suplex.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
The whole thing.
You kind of saw the foreshadowing of that.
Yeah, and it was all just like getting up on the field goal and doing the moonsault off of it.
Didn't think he was going to be able to do that either.
The whole thing, man. The fucking Jake and what's his name, Hangman, sitting down at the bar like before they even fight.
Oh yeah, the milk and the whiskey.
Well, no, that was Kenny afterwards.
Oh yeah.
But like Jake, and then they're having the shot. Like, well, are we gonna do this? Yep. It's just
like old school Western style.
Yeah, there were so many like
the saloon
nods to great things. Fucking Santana sending Kenny down the hall, sending him in the hallway with the No Mercy transition art. Or you didn't notice that when they're fighting up there and he goes to like Irish whip him? It's the No Mercy Irish whip transition and Kenny's running like it.
Oh no, I gotta watch that again. That's awesome. I know the Santana Bell spot was hilarious because it came back over to Dynamite this week with he was like just screaming like can you hear you and shit.
And he gave him that whole thing was great too. And then there was the Mike Tyson, fucking Jericho angle.
Mike Tyson. I mean, they did catch him yawning on TV on the pay-per-view, but man, on Dynamite.
And Chris was talking about how he's been training to box, so maybe he'll be boxing instead of wrestling. He got knocked the fuck out by Iron Mike, though. A second time.
He'll hit him with a Judas effect, and it's over.
Bam.
Nobody gets up from the Judas effect.
Nobody.
Not even Iron Mike. So, okay. WWE. I just got a couple questions. Really, it's just one.
Did you watch the Fight Pit?
No.
I didn't either.
They rehired Gulak and probably Maverick, right?
Yeah. Well, Gulak never. They just
let his contract expire.
No, and apparently it was getting close to expiring, and they were going through negotiations.
So here's my thing: do you get more money or less money now since they let all those people go?
They probably negotiated. I don't know. Gulak probably held out for more, but I could see Maverick just saying, I'll take less money.
Please, just let me do it.
I don't know how much of that's the character, just talking.
I mean, I would definitely be like...
And what if he was never going to be released anyways? Or they did it that first day, and then Vince saw that tearful promo he cut, and he was like, you know what, never mind.
This kid might kill himself. Hire him back.
Who knows, when that all actually happened.
And if that's really like he did that and then got rehired back, how genius is that?
Yeah. Well, he was playing it up anyways, Part of being a professional, right? Part
of being a professional would be taking your firing like a man, though, wouldn't it be? I'm not sitting there crying like a
Well,
little
no,
baby
when you
bitch.
still have dates to work and shit,
Yeah, I guess.
and that's part of the character. That's character
Oh, yeah,
work.
that was weird, yeah, because he was still going to work.
Yeah.
That's so weird. That's so weird. Like, you're gonna...
Yeah.
You're done.
But you still got to go and show up, and it's like putting your 2 weeks in opposite, you know.
But
hey, you're gonna
how
get
many
laid
times
off
have
in
you
2 weeks.
I've never showed up the last day of 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think I've ever really done a 2 weeks thing.
Let me tell you about burning bridges.
Sometimes
a lot
I
of
want
times
to
you don't want to go
bridges.
back over that bridge. I
Right,
understand
exactly.
it.
Yeah, sometimes I don't want to go back on that bridge. Sometimes it's okay to burn bridges.
No, I understand it.
Sometimes you're burning bridges for yourself.
I agree. I agree it's healthy to burn some bridges.
Sometimes you gotta know where the crazy's at, though.
Yeah.
That's why I still am friends with a few exes on Facebook.
I understand that.
You know who you are if you're listening. Still eating fucking crackers.
What?
You held the gimmick up the whole podcast. I'm proud of you.
Nobody can see me spitting crackers at you like Carlito, though.
Because if you did that, there would be a riot in Sandpit Manor.
No, there wouldn't.
I would throw a french fry at you, and then I would probably gut punch you.
You would be all mad for all of, like, 50 seconds, and you would be like, you fucker.
Do you know how long 50 seconds is? It's a pretty long time to be mad. A lot can happen in 50 seconds, Mel. You've been watching Mortal Kombat Fatalities too much.
Bitch, I could hit you with my metal arm.
You got metal arms? Whoa!
Just one.
Whoa! I thought that was the trunk, not a metal arm. Thing's metal.
One and the same.
You got a card when you go through an airport for that thing?
Mm-hmm.
That X-ray's gonna go off, baby. But don't worry.
I tell her that, too.
Does she me too you, I hope? I hope you get me too when that happens.
Me too, yeah. They definitely do.
Come on, you got 2 left after that one. So it's 3. You got 3 left.
Now, don't talk about them, okay?
No, you gotta finish them before we're done.
We're not finishing anytime soon.
Well, you better hurry up.
Or are you trying to end this thing?
No, not until you're done your 3 crackers.
Nope. I'm going to take my sweet ass time now,
Fair.
motherfucker.
That's fair.
All right.
Are those Ritz?
Yeah.
Like legit Ritz, not fake Ritz, right?
No.
That buttery flavor?
Name brand. Yeah, you want one?
No. Those, you gotta finish them.
I'm not finishing these, man.
What's your favorite thing to put on a Ritz?
Jam.
Jam.
Like some peach jam.
Ooh, peach jam is a good choice.
Peach
not
jam with a
necessarily
little
on the
bit of
Ritz, but...
cottage cheese.
Oh, here's a good one. Why don't you tell the people what you put on your cheese earlier?
Honey.
And the what?
Honey.
Yeah, like where did you come up with this? How does one put honey? Like, where does the
I don't know,
idea?
it was on a charcuterie tray, and I was like, one day, and I was like, well, let me try dipping this in there. It had a little bit of the cured meat with it the first time, so it kind of levels it out more. But I don't like cured meat all the time. So I've been right with honey.
What kind of cheese with the honey? I mean, does it have to be a specific kind of cheese with honey, or just
No.
any cheese with honey?
No,
Like cheese with
try it.
honey?
Try it all. Yeah. You ever had the apple pie with a piece of like melted cheese on top of it?
Excuse me?
You never heard of this?
You're shaking your head too.
With cheddar cheese.
Cheddar cheese.
Can you get the same thing from a McDonald's apple pie?
I mean, yeah.
Because I might try this tonight because it sounds weird as fuck.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. It's an apple pie with cheese.
It's gross.
How do you know?
Do you gotta like get the Bernie kind of cheese? Like Bernie? That's 3.
No, you just get like cheese, I think. Just a sliced cheese and melt a little bit on top of it. and then eat it. I would say eat it with a fork and maybe a knife. I don't know. Hopefully your fucking pie doesn't need a knife, but each their own.
All right. And that was charcuterie trays with Mel.
No, you gotta have like nuts and berries and shit on it too. And jams. Jams. Gotta have lots of jams.
This has been a TRGPN production.